Hello, and welcome back to Brilliantly Bankable. My name is Lakeisha Mallet, and here we discuss all things mindset, money, and entrepreneurship. And today we are going over our wealth and wisdom principle. We have been discussing, well, at least last week we did. We talked about this being the time of the year when people start to really think about their goals and think about the things they want to accomplish in the upcoming year. They review rehearse the things that happen in this current year and what they could have done differently, how they want to change, how they want to make some significant impact in their life, whether it's from a financial perspective or whether it's from a health perspective, whether it's achieving some life goals, checking some things off their bucket list. We're just now in the season and the time where really people start to reevaluate their goals and their purpose and mission in life. So we talked about the purpose map, we talked about purpose planning, we talked about the treasure map, the vision board, as many people like to call it last week. Today, I want to focus on another aspect of when you think about your goal setting and goal achieving. I want to focus on from a financial perspective. And today, in this week's episode of Brilliantly Bankable, we're going to be going over 3 books that I believe will change and transform your financial future so that you can begin to lay the groundwork, the foundation for a solid financial plan going into the new year. So these 3 books, I should say, won't be in any particular order, but they will be in a particular order, actually, because I want to start off with my favorite book of the 3. And there's a song by Neo, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. And so the same thing applies for me with these books. I think each and every one of these books individually will help change and transform, help you rewrite your money story individually. But I think the combination of the 3 books together will be explosive for you financially when it comes to really being in a different place financially by the end of 2023. So let's dive in. So the first book that I want to bring up and mention and talk about is The Richest Man in Babylon. And I'm starting with this book because it is probably my absolute favorite money book when it comes to really creating a financial plan, really setting down and assessing your financial life and your goals and where you want to be. This is a book I go over time and time again. I try to at least read it once a year to make sure I'm staying on track, to make sure I'm not missing anything, because it is easy to get off track, right? What's easy to do is also easy not to do, as I've talked about in videos past. So I do try to revisit this book at least once a year because I think the principles in this book are just a game changer when it comes to really getting your life in order financially. One of the reasons why I absolutely love this book is because it's written in a story form. So it's not a book that is preachy, teachy about step 1, do this with your money, step 2. But I think although those principles and concepts really are woven and intertwined throughout the book, because the book is written in a story form. It tells the story about ancient Babylon and when it was a thriving metropolis, a thriving place of economic boom in business, and the marketplace was thriving, when it was just a thriving place, a time in the country, in the land there, because the book goes from that perspective, and it talks about the story of Arcad and a few of the others in the book. It just really, the story principles of it just really helps, or helped me, I should say, really understand the concepts and digest them a lot better because it was written in a story form. So it wasn't written in the statistics and numbers and the things that most people find boring. Even though I do love statistics and numbers, I know most people don't gravitate toward that. So this is an easy read, easy to digest, easy to comprehend the wisdom and wealth that is written throughout this book. So some of the principles that it outlines that I'm just going to share with you. I'm not going to deep dive into each of these books because you can get them whether you rent them from the library or you get them off Amazon or at your local bookstore. You can get these books to help you begin to start your plan to true financial freedom and financial wealth. Okay, start thy purse to fattening, control thy expenditures, make thy gold multiply, guard thy treasures from loss, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment, ensure a future income, increase thy ability to earn. So those are some of the key principles that are outlined throughout the book. And when it follows the story of the rich king, the rich ruler, he really talks about how he started off in life like everyone else, like most people. We know here in America, we know the statistics shows that out of 100 people that start working at age 25, by age 65, only 5% of those people have reached a place of financial prosperity, financial peace, financial wealth, from that standpoint. So if only 5% of the people who started at the same level reach a level of financial independence, what happened to the other 95%? This book, he tells the story about how he started off just like everyone else, but yet he rose to be one of the richest and greatest people in that time from a business perspective. And he talked about the principles that he learned and the concepts that he learned throughout life, even the mistakes that he made that helped him get to really where he was financially. One of my favorite books. I think it's an absolute must read for everyone who is on their journey to financial freedom. Book number 2, The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. So one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this book, because this book talked about pay yourself first, which when I first read this book was a concept that I had absolutely never heard of. I had never heard of paying yourself first. We know that we pay our bills. We know that we pay our financial obligations or responsibilities. We give back to those who have helped us. We are to, pay back the debts that we owe. But I had never, ever heard of the concept of paying yourself first. And so that is something that I have taken with me and I implemented into my life that has been a financial game changer. Just putting a portion away of all that I earn, and this book talks about it a little bit too, but a portion of all you earn is yours to keep. So before you pay anyone, pay yourself. That was one of the things. And then to put that savings on autopilot, right? You get direct deposit. Most people now don't even walk into a bank. So if you're having your funds, your cash, your money, your pay, your income directly deposited, then have a portion of that, whether it's 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is that you can comfortably part with, have a portion of that invested or sent into another account where you pay yourself first. That was one of the life-changing principles that I took away from that book. Book number 3 is Financial Peace by Dave Ramsey, or you can also get the Total Money Makeover, which were absolutely life-changing financial books for me. This book, Dave Ramsey talks about the debt snowball method, which is the method that I use to get debt free, not once but twice. And we could talk about how I got into debt a second time in a later video. But that book was really one of the catalysts to help me get out of debt, not only when I was in my early 30s, but also again when I was in my early 40s, from investing in myself in courses and things like that I thought didn't really net the return that I thought they would have. And then I was left with this debt from these courses and these investment programs and seminars that I started to attend. These were the books that helped me really shift the mechanics of how I operated with money. We'll go and talk in another video about the mindset of wealth, the mindset of money, and what you need to do from a mindset perspective to get you into a place that you are thriving financially. Because those two pieces work hand in hand. They do go hand in hand. You can have one without the other, but you probably won't have true success without having them work together. We know that to be true because we have athletes who really get in the mindset of I'm the best, I'm the greatest. They make lots of money and they still die penniless and broke. So we do know that you can have the mindset to build wealth and not keep it. We do know that you can be like a Scrooge. He had the methods, the mechanics to build wealth, but he wasn't free from that because he hoarded everything he had. So we know that either way, that you can follow either path and do well, but long lasting wealth will be the successful merger of the two. So these are the three books that I suggest that everyone read, put on their reading plan for 2023. If you really truly have a desire to change your financial future, if you want to go from just surviving to actually thriving financially. We are in a recession, so just really being buckled down and really being strategic and savvy with how you spend, how you save, how you share your money. Those are the three key principles that I always like to talk to my clients about: what you spend, what you save, what you share. Those three components are absolutely important if you're going to build a life of financial independence, financial freedom, and ultimately go on to build wealth. So my name is Lakeisha Mallett. This is Brilliantly Bankable. Thank you for sharing and enjoying another episode with me. If you have liked anything in this video, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have loved anything in the video, please drop a comment below. If something that is new to you, something you disagree with, drop that in the comments below. I would love to read your comments and come back and engage with you in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to this channel. If you've watched the video, if this is not your first video of mine watching, then come on, join the family, subscribe. I would love to have you a part of our community here as we make dollars. Our dollars also make sense. So again, my name is Lakeisha Mallett. I'm your partner in prosperity. Want to wish you all an amazing day to your success.